Hi, Bill.
Hi. Hi, how are you doing?
Good. Having fun up here in Epcot.
Yeah, it looks like you're out and about.
Yep. Well, it looks light so far. Not very many folks here.
No. Budget hearings usually aren't a big draw.
Yeah. And at this point, basically rubber stamp time, so yeah.
Yeah, I mean, especially after you've had, what, 3 of them? Oh, Chip's back in town, huh?
Right. Is that Chip? He's actually in town?
Yeah, I texted him the other day and he said he's tired of the cold
Ah,
mornings and nights.
it got too much for him, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Four minutes.
Yeah, getting close.
This is the Food and Wine Festival up here at Epcot right now. So we've been walking around grazing on all the food.
How about the wine?
Haven't hit that too much yet.
Wanted to wait after this.
Vice Mayor, we can hear everything, so everyone wants to know if you've had wine yet.
Not yet. Important business here.
I think he passes the sobriety test.
Okay.
I'd like to know more. It's all Christians, so it's like his father and my father. This whole. I think you did this, there are several things like.
Yeah, yes, it just reminded me, I actually have a post-it note going.
Alright.
I'll let it do it, yeah.
She's got heavy equipment. Yes, Bill.
You can be with me, right? Yeah.
She was
Buffalo? No, I think it's just because he's outside. We'll unmute him, yeah, we'll unmute him as needed. What time was tomorrow here? What time was he here? Yeah, do you remember? I would say like 3:30-ish.
Oh, yeah, he wants to call me for 6.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was late,
My phone, sorry.
because I was working on a couple of things. Where's your computer like? 5:59.
Oh, 5:59. Yeah, I will. So it's like you'll see something, you want to say, you should have this text. You can say that,
I sent you a Batman meme, how do you say where it's, I've probably seen it before.
Okay, 6 o'clock. I call the meeting to order. Raise the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, but reflect that all the commissioners are here. Vice Mayor is on the video call. And this is going to be the final public hearing for the budget for fiscal year 2025-2026. And so I guess we're gonna have the hearing on the millage and the budget. So is there any but do you want me to read this, Heidi,
Yeah,
first, and then we'll
please.
open up public comment?
Yes,
So this is the final public hearing for the 2025-2026 budget. The proposed millage rate of 5.560 mils is greater than the rollback rate of 5.1816 mils by 7.3%. And so for discussion, the percentage increase in millage rate over the rollback rate is necessary to fund the budget, specific purpose for which ad valorem tax revenues are being increased. So do we need a motion on this, or what do you?
the first would be to have public comments,
Okay.
any discussion by the commission, and then if we could just follow the vote in the order on the agenda.
All right, so at this time, I'll call for public comment.
I'm back.
You have 3 minutes.
I just want to compliment the commission and the commissioners and Heidi and Jackie for doing such a fabulous job on this, by far the most professional, well thought out
Don't
budget
forget
in the
Yvonne,
history of the
don't forget
town.
Yvonne. She's
Yvonne.
on.
Or
She
CFO
helped
Yvonne,
out.
yes.
Oh, hi Yvonne, you too.
Thank you. Yeah, I would like to echo that. I mean, I talked to Heidi after last meeting in terms of the professionalism that's been shown by all the staff. Or what's probably the most professional budget that we've seen here as a town. Well done to all involved, so thank you for that. Are there any other public comments online or here in person?
And I guess the only other thing I would raise, like there's a item for the block camera, I mentioned that hour later. It's the project shield.
Is that the additional cameras? Is that what?
No, not the additional cameras, cameras in the front, just got the.
Oh.
Yeah.
License plate stuff?
Yeah, I just wanted to. Appropriate now, just make.
Yeah, she had some questions she asked earlier today.
That's fine. You want to do, is it related to this, related to the budget?
Somewhat, yes, about before we go forward with anything else.
No, so I was just saying, so the block cameras that they are, I was gonna ask you to discuss slow before we implement on that, because we can do some more due diligence. So we understand, more about how the, one, like, even Matt, take a look at these deputy language, there's quite a bit of litigation out there, these things being misused. Not knowing, how their data is being used, how long is stored, what's being shared with, so I just want I don't have a firm position right now, I just want to know more.
Yeah,
I'm very concerned in that
So-
regard.
I'm sure the town attorney, I'm sorry, Sharon, I'm sure that, well, we'll see if he's the new town attorney.
That's right.
I'm sure there's plenty of statute language you can probably take a look at with regards to those types of cameras. We're not unique in terms of the community that has used this type of technology in the past. So I'm fine with you working with the town attorney, look at this. It's really statute language, I'm sure, because we're not entering into a contract, are we?
Well, we're using it, so we would be under
What we-
the contract.
It's a software, we don't have a contract with them. I was talking to Commissioner Soar earlier, ironically, because we did that email blast asking people to register. We've had some questions, we even met with a couple residents today. I think maybe it's worth having just a discussion about it, a full airing of the software. The commissioner and I were talking, she has some concerns coming from her world. And we can put it on an agenda in the next month or two. That will also give Matt and I a chance to look over everything. We're not rushing into it, we're ramping up, so just to have a public discussion
Fair
might be
enough,
good.
Fair enough, yes, of course.
Is there a license? I mean, do we have a software license?
From everything I can see, it's just an invoice we paid, and that's what I wanna dive deeper into. A lot of this is moving parts in the last 24 hours, questions that came to me.
So we need a copy of the license.
Correct, and the commissioner also brought up the idea of indemnifying the town, how is the software used? So we'll just wanna make sure we know what we're doing.
Fair enough. Any other comments on the budget? Seeing none. We'll go ahead and vote on resolution 2025-06, a resolution of the town commission of the town of Jupiter Lake Colony, Florida, establishing and levying a tax upon all taxable property, real and personal, in such town for the operation and conduct of various departments of such town for all necessary and extraordinary expenses contemplated for such town during the fiscal year commencing on the first day of October 2025 and ending on the 30th day of September 2026, certifying to the county property appraiser the village rates to be levied for the year 2025-2026. Is there a motion to be made?
Make a motion to approve.
And second,
Okay, motion and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passes 4-0. Okay, second resolution to be acted upon tonight is resolution number 2025-07. A resolution of the commission of the town of Jupiter Lake Colony, Florida, approving the estimates, the revenue and expenses for the fiscal year commencing on the first day of October 2025 and ending on the 30th day of September 2026, otherwise known as the annual budget, as prepared by the town manager, reviewed by the town commission, and appropriating the sums of money shown therein as may be needed or deemed necessary to defray all expenses and liabilities of the town for such fiscal year. Is there a motion? I make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
second,
Is there discussion?
I guess I wanna bring up if we're going to try to make some attempt to collect the $600,000 in permit fees.
Mm.
And also secondly, also, are we looking to create an additional assessment for the houses on Ocean? That received specific aid from the town last year during the storm on private property.
So with regards to the building permit fees, I believe at the last meeting, there was some information read into the record. To show that there are no outstanding building permit fees to be. With respect to the sand, that storm was approximately coming up on 2 years ago. And I believe the commission is not, majority of the commission is not in favor of seeking an assessment to those property owners that received the benefit of having sand on the beach.
Well, sand on their private property,
And some on sand on their private property.
and that's what I was talking about. Okay, and then there was another item concerning the drain on Ocean. That goes right into the beach club. I don't know if that was considered in the budget.
It is not something we budgeted for, it's on their private property.
Oh, it's,
The pipe is on their property that they're talking about.
What we're talking about is putting the backflow valves, if you will, on each one of the outfalls.
Except that one because it's, we don't have an easement and it's on private property.
on the drain that's in front of the gate at the beach club.
There's no
I
change
mean,
in,
the water, no, I'm not talking about the seawall, the water backs up from the gate going into the beach club onto Ocean. And the drain is in our apron. I just wanted to make sure it was included.
there's nothing, no changes taking place to that drain. We did do a cleaning about 6 months ago, which has helped that. The issue is that sand backwashes up to that drain. And until the beach club agrees to put in the check valve at the seawall, we're always going to see that happen. So I've been in talks over the last week with the president of the beach club. There seems to be a difference of opinion of who should be responsible I've shared with him, I'm not authorized to pay for what he's asking for, but if he wants to make a proposal to the commission, he can. That is not contemplated in the budget at this time due to the timeliness of his discussion.
How much is it back, it's $7,500.
It would be around 10. I'm sure we can accommodate it. There's also the idea of upsizing the pipe. I believe it's from 12 to 16 or is the dimensions that runs through it. That connects the outfall to the catch basin. As part of their permitting review, the town engineer asked them to upsize that pipe. They are not interested in doing that.
Yeah, I mean, they have to dig up the,
Yeah, I told them this was a request that was made as far as what happens at our catch basin, it's specifically tied to the amount of sand that's right there at that part of the inlet.
yeah.
So we're on top of it, so we're working with them and we're.
We'll see if they come back and ask, if we work out some kind of agreement and then I'll bring it to the commission. Right now, it's not contemplated in the budget, but I know we can accommodate it in the budget. And we'll bring that back to you.
And the fourth thing that I wanted to emphasize is having the drone and aerial surveillance. This is the Castaway Marina, which is at the Jupiter Inlet, Beach Club here. It says it's 5 o'clock somewhere and underscore Square Grouper. So they're moving their office to the second story. And so they'll expand their lower level, which will include a bar and various other activities. So I just want to make sure that we have the right kind of public safety surveillance on the Jupiter Inlet, bordering along Lighthouse, especially with the observation deck that we're putting in at the North Walkway.
So the commission's direction was to try to get a grant for the drone. We are actively seeking, we've identified a grant. We're actively working towards getting that grant. Sergeant Beckman's been working on that. So that's how the grant would be funded. If we fail to get the drone would be funded. If we fail to get the grant, we'll come back to the commission. As far as what's happening at the marina, just on a side note, the Tequesta Town Commission deferred the item last week. I've been in contact with their village manager throughout this. Specific to the parking request, it's a text amendment. Yeah, it's a text amendment to reduce the parking for marinas within the village, but it is the only marina within the village. The manager, Alan, and I have talked, and the two things I brought to him is to ask as part of the approval that construction hours be restricted to our construction hours. And the second would be, I requested a covenant to run with the land that it would only be office space on the second floor. He pointed out to me that it's a special exception, so if any changes take place to the use, it would have to go through. So that's where their level of comfort is through their village attorney, that they feel they're protected. They don't need the covenant because it's a special exception approval for an office space. So that's the update. Tequesta.
Tequesta, not us.
Correct.
And there is no bar being proposed as part of the special exception.
No, my understanding is,
Is there already? I mean, there's a bar there already.
So I would suggest, define, I guess it really, I'm not, hold on, let's stop this. This is the budget hearing, we have a motion, we have a second, let's go ahead and call it. This is not, I don't wanna get into the details on what's going on down here, it's not on the agenda.
Well, public safety. Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank God. We have a motion to adjourn. Hearing heard. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye, great. 6:15.
can you give us 1 minute to start?
You
the
got
next-
you have 2 minutes.
I think I actually called it for 6:10, but we had talked 6:15 or did.
6:10, right.
Yes. We need to print out the agreement for your signature. If you could sign the resos while you are there, that would be great before everyone leaves, because I have to turn those around to the property appraiser tomorrow. Those are something else, you and me, Mayor.
This one?
No, this is a whole packet. This is something else, but this is what everyone else needs to see. And then those are just. Other things.
Did you want to sign a letter by you or not?
Yes, it's a whole stack of them though.
Oh,
Yeah, I think there's 11 if you have it in you. It's just sharing with the employees, the upgrades to their salaries as well as programming that we're providing them. I hear. I think Sharon has the roses in the ground. Whoever doesn't sit and gets lost. Thank you, Mayor.
Bill, aren't you gonna miss this?
No,
All right, so-
no comment.
and special commission meeting to rise will do the pledge again.
It's up to you.
Might as well, for the
Yeah.
record. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. To the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, 5:30. Let the record reflect that all the commissioners are attending, vice mayor, going to the video. Are there any public comments? We have none. We have new business. One item is on the agenda. It is the engagement with Vice Sirota Helpman Cole firm for county attorney services. Heidi, do you wanna just quickly go through the letter agreement, or I haven't read this, so.
This is the same letter of agreement which was in their original packet of letter of introduction. It has an hourly rate of $315 for most of the attorneys. Incidental costs as well as a lower rate for their paralegals. Mr. Doney did review this with me, so I want to thank him for that, and he suggested a termination clause, which Matt agreed to, which is basically 30 days on either party.
Okay. What's the pleasure of the commission?
It was, I moved to approve it, I guess.
Okay, second.
Yeah, no, I missed, I'm sorry, I missed the last meeting when we identified. I'm very glad to see License Florida. I'd be glad to work with them on budgeting.
Okay.
And
So, second.
Second.
I had asked the commissioner to maybe help me with understanding, and we agreed. Just when we have big projects like a code rewrite, we come up with a budget, so we're not, and then maybe as we go through the first month, we come up with like kind of a threshold of hourly charges. And so once we start getting to whatever that threshold is, Matt would let Yvonne and myself know, and either we'll come to you or we just say, hey, it is, this is this month.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions of the Newton Town Attorney or staff at this time? Seeing none. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? I would just like to say to Bill Doney, thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
For your years of service as being a town attorney and guiding us. Thank you for everything that you've done for the residents here, and we appreciate your years of service. Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you for that, and wish y'all well and Matt well.
Thank you, Bill.
Your motion to adjourn. Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.
Aye.